What if I told you that while Bitcoin takes a power nap at 107K, other crypto sectors are quietly throwing a party? In today's Crypto Pulse, I'll reveal why cross-chain technology and DeFi are suddenly exploding while Bitcoin consolidates, and what this means for your portfolio in the next market phase. Hey crypto family, Alex here from Moonward Capital with your midday Crypto Pulse. If you're looking for the signal through the noise in crypto markets, you've come to the right place. Bitcoin might be taking a breather, but there's a fascinating rotation happening right now that smart investors are watching closely. Let's dive into today's market pulse and discover where the smart money is moving. Bitcoin is holding steady above 107K, down just 0.15% in the last 24 hours. But that's not where the action is. Take a look at these sector performances. Launchpad's up a staggering 9.8%, ICM sector gaining 5.93%, DeFi protocol surging 5.02%, DEX platforms up 4.39%, cross-chain technologies rising 2.74%. This is a classic sector rotation pattern we're seeing, where Bitcoin consolidates after a strong run, while capital flows into higher risk, higher reward segments of the market. Let's break down what's driving this rotation. First, cross-chain technology is revolutionizing how we use blockchain. PancakeSwap just launched a one-click cross-chain swap feature that lets users move assets seamlessly between 6 different networks. This is game-changing for DeFi users who previously had to use complicated bridges. Second, we're seeing explosive growth in launchpad tokens, with the sector up nearly 10% in just 24 hours. MEXC just announced the Moonveil token offering, and Binance is preparing for 12 new listings in June alone. This shows renewed appetite for new token launches. Third, there's an interesting development with Ripple. Judge Torres blocked their proposed $50 million SEC settlement, stating the parties haven't come close to merit relief. But here's the twist. XRP actually rose 3.34% on this news as Ripple dropped its cross-appeal against the SEC. Let's look at some key market indicators. Bitcoin dominance currently sits at 65.6%, which is still quite high historically. Ethereum dominance is at 9.0%. The overall market cap stands at $3.25 trillion, with 24-hour volume of $149 billion. In the derivatives market, we're seeing a slightly bearish funding rate for Bitcoin at 0.2067, while Ethereum's funding rate is bullish at 0.72. This divergence supports what we're seeing with sector rotation. The Fear and Greed Index is at 61.29, firmly in greed territory, and we're seeing Launchcoin, Yapio, and Otherside trending in social activity. Two specific developments caught my attention today. First, Sei Network continues its impressive momentum with over 7% weekly gains as its DeFi ecosystem expands. Their total value locked is approaching $1.2 billion, which is substantial growth. Second, the ICM sector, that's interoperability, cross-chain, and multi-chain, is emerging as a surprise performer with a 5.93% gain. This sector includes protocols that enable assets to move freely between different blockchains, suggesting growing interest in a more connected crypto ecosystem. So what does this all mean for the market? The fact that Bitcoin is holding steady above 107K, while these other sectors surge, is actually a healthy sign. Historically, when Bitcoin consolidates after a strong run and altcoin sectors begin outperforming, it often signals the beginning of a broader market expansion phase. Capital typically rotates from Bitcoin into large-cap altcoins, then mid-caps, and eventually into smaller projects. The strong performance we're seeing in cross-chain technology and DeFi suggests that investors are increasingly betting on a multi-chain future where interoperability becomes the backbone of Web3. With reduced leverage following recent liquidations and growing interest in interoperability, conditions appear favorable for protocols that enable seamless asset transfers across blockchains. So is the shift toward cross-chain and DeFi sectors signaling the beginning of the next altcoin cycle? With Bitcoin consolidating above 107K and interoperability solutions gaining traction, we're likely witnessing the early stages of capital rotation into higher risk, higher reward market segments. This is typically how broader alt seasons begin, not with a bang, but with this gradual rotation we're seeing play out in real time. If you're positioning your portfolio for what's next, keep a close eye on cross-chain infrastructure projects that demonstrate real utility and growing adoption. Protocols enabling seamless asset transfers between blockchains could be significant beneficiaries as this trend accelerates. That's your Crypto Pulse for today. If this analysis helped you understand the market better, smash that like button and subscribe for more updates every 12 hours. I'm Alex from Moonward Capital, helping you stay ahead of the crowd. See you in the next update.